Yan, good afternoon, grade 6 students. Okay, so, our topic for today is Microsoft Excel Basics. Okay, so, ang pag-uusapan po natin ay MS Excel. Okay po, so, pag sinabi nating MS, shortcut po yan ng Microsoft. Okay, so yung pag-uusapan natin is yung basics or yung foundation mismo ng MS Excel. Okay, so kung ready na kayo, start na tayo. Okay, so yung objectives natin for today is to define the terms spreadsheet and worksheet. Okay, so malalaman natin kung ano ibig sabihin ba ng spreadsheet and worksheet. Okay, identify the parts of a worksheet. Okay, so malalaman natin kung ano-ano yung mga parts and what are the functions of each parts ng isang worksheet. Okay, so ang matututunan din natin dito, how to start Excel program, open an existing workbook, and how to save a workbook. Okay, next one is to move the active cell in a worksheet. Okay, select cells and enter data in a worksheet, edit and replace data in cells. Okay, so mamaya malalaman nyo po ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng cells, anong ibig sabihin ng data. Okay, zoom, preview and print worksheet. Okay, close a workbook and exit Excel. So these are the objectives natin for today's lesson. Okay, so vocabulary, these are the terms that you need to get familiarized with. Okay, ito yung mga terms na gagamitin natin dito sa lesson natin. We have active cell, active worksheet, adjacent range, okay, so on and so forth. So medyo marami yan. Okay, so mamaya during the lesson, during the discussion, malalaman nyo yung mga meaning ng bawat isa dyan. Okay, or you can search na ngayon, diba? Mag-research kayo ng sarili ninyo, pwede rin yun. Okay, next one. Okay, ito na, introduction to spreadsheets. Okay, so pag sinabi natin MS Excel 2010, okay, so yung sa book natin, it uses 2010 version of the MS Excel. Okay, so dito rin 2010 din yung natin, gagamitin din natin. Okay, it is a spreadsheet program in Microsoft Office 2010. So familiar na kayo doon sa Microsoft Office, right? Yung Office Word, PowerPoint. Okay, so ito kasama din to doon sa package ng Microsoft Office. Nandoon din si Microsoft Excel. Okay, so what is a spreadsheet? It is a grid of rows, okay, and columns in which you enter text, numbers, and the results of calculations. Okay, so yung spreadsheet daw, it is made up of rows and columns. Okay, in Excel, a computerized spreadsheet is called a worksheet. Okay, so sa Excel, yung computerized, ibig sabihin spreadsheet siya na ginawa or from computer. Okay, ang tawag doon is a worksheet. The file used to store worksheet is called a workbook. Ngayon, pag sinave na natin yung worksheet natin, okay, ang tawag na doon is a workbook. Okay, next one. Okay, you start Excel. Okay, so starting Excel, how to open or how to start the Microsoft Excel 2010. Okay, so meron tayong different ways para ma-open siya. So one of those is ito, you start Excel from the start menu. Alam niyo naman siguro ang tsura ng start menu, or to how to access the start menu. You just press the start button on your keyboard. Okay, Okay, click start button, click all programs, you click Microsoft Office, then click Microsoft Excel 2010. Okay, so same lang din naman siya sa ibang application. Okay, or kung yung shortcut mismo ng Excel is nasa desktop na, is i-double click lang natin yung icon ng Microsoft Excel. Okay, so the Excel program window has the same basic parts of all Office programs. Okay, so sabi dyan, yung Excel daw is may parehas na design, okay, ng user interface or yung window na tinatawag. Okay, pag sinabi natin window, hindi yan yung bintana. Okay, sa computer science, sa IT, ang window is the user interface, or ito yung kung ano yung nakikita mo dun sa monitor, yung design niya. Okay, yung yung mga nakikita mong parts doon na pwede kang makipag-interact doon sa computer, ang tawag doon is window. Okay, or yung user interface ng isang program. Okay, so sabi diyan, may parehas sila ng basic parts. Ano ba yung mga office programs natin? Si Word, si PowerPoint, si Publisher, ayan. So meron silang same design ng window. Okay, so kasama doon yung title bar, quick access toolbar, yung ribbon, backstage view, and the status bar. Okay, so ito yung window or yung user interface ng Excel natin. So, nakikita nyo, yan, yung tinatawag natin na rows and columns. Ito po yan, yung parang grid. Okay, parang table. Okay, then we have the different parts. Yan, the quick access toolbar, same lang din naman, diba napag-aralan na po natin yung PowerPoint. Okay, so it has the same design. Okay, meron din siyang mga tabs. Okay, nasa my right side din yung minimize, maximize, then the close button. The upper part is where you can find the title bar. Sa bandang you have the name box. Okay, sa formula bar. Okay, yung sheet tabs, status bar. You have the zoom controls, view buttons, scroll bar. So alam niyo naman siguro kung ano ibig sabihin ng mga yan, yung scroll bar, yung zoom controls, yan. Okay, so may mga parts lang siya na naiiba. Okay, tulad no active cell, ayan, yung name box, yung formula bar. So unique yan sa Microsoft Excel na hindi mo yan makikita doon sa ibang office programs. Okay, ito, exploring the parts of the workbook. So ito yung mga parts and functions nila. Each workbook contains 3 worksheets by default. So by default, you have pag nag-open ka ng Excel, you have 3 worksheets kaagad. Okay, the worksheet displayed in the work area is active worksheet. Okay, so columns appear vertically and are identified by letters. Okay, so kung babalikan natin yung slide, yung previous slide natin, yung columns is ito, yung naka-vertical, yan. Then, ang pangalan nila is letters. For example, column A. So, yung column A is ito, yung buong ito. Kung nakikita niyo yung mouse pointer ko. Yan. Kung column J, ito yon, column J. Okay. How about yung rows? Rows naman appear horizontally and are identified by numbers. So, yung row naman, okay, is horizontally naman siya. Horizontal. Or yung nakahiga. Yan. And yung pangalan niya is numbers naman. Okay? Example, row 5. Ito yan, row 5. Itong buong to. Yan. Hanggang doon sa pinakadulo. Ang tawag dyan is row 5. Okay. So, yan yung rows. A cell naman is the intersection of row and a column. Ano yung intersection? Yun yung parang kung saan nag-meet yung horizontal ano natin and the vertical uh, ano natin. Okay, ito yon. Okay, for example, ito si A, column A, tapos row 1, saan sila nag-intersect or saan sila nag-meet? Doon sa ito mismo, A1. Itong parang naka-highlight or yung naka-highlight. Okay, or yung may border na black, ito yung tinatawag na active cell. Okay, or kung pinindot natin yung D10, yan. Pag pinindot natin yan, ito yung D10. Pag pinindot natin, ang mangyayari dyan is mag-highlight din, makakaroon ng black border yung yung cell na yan. Ang tawag na dyan is active cell na. Okay, pero yung ito, yung mga ganyan cells ang tawag dyan. Ayan. Pag pinindot mo lang siya, doon siya magiging active cells. Okay, each cell is identified by a unique cell reference. Ano yung cell reference? Yun yung cell name o yung pangalan ng cell na yon. So kanina naka-select si A1, so ang pangalan niya, ang cell reference niya is A, column A and row 1. So A1 ang pangalan niya. Okay, ganun po yung cell reference. Okay, the cell in the worksheet is which you can type data is called the active cell. Yan yung tinutukoy ko kanina, sinasabi ko sa inyo. Okay, nakapag nakaselect yung isang cell, and then pwede kang mag-type ng data. Ang tawag doon is active cell. Okay, in the name box naman, or the cell reference area, it displays the cell reference of the active cell. Okay, so balik tayo doon. Since dito sa A1 nakaselect siya, dito sa name box natin, ayan, nakikita yun sa name box, doon lalabas yung pangalan niya. So nakasulat dyan A1. Okay, the formula bar naman displays a formula when a worksheet cell contains a calculated value. So if the cell contains a calculated value, okay, doon natin ibig sabihin meron siyang may operation siyang ginagawa doon. Okay, either pwedeng addition, subtraction, ganon. Okay, doon mo ilalagay yung formula. Okay, ilalagay mo yung formula doon, then okay, yun, makakalculate na yung value na hinahanap natin. Okay, a formula naman is an equation. Okay, so basic yan. Sa math ninyo or sa science, diba, mayroong tayong tinatawag na formula. It is an equation that calculates a new value from values currently in a worksheet. Okay, next one, opening. Okay, so those are the different parts. Okay, so yung iba hindi na nabanggit kasi nga same lang din naman siya doon sa mga previous office programs na na-discuss natin. Okay, so opening an existing workbook. So how to open existing workbook or yung workbook na na-save na, then gusto mo lang siyang i-open ulit. Okay, opening a workbook means loading an existing workbook file from a drive into the program window. Okay, for example, ginawa mo sa bahay yung workbook, then pupunta ka ng school or sa office, diba? So how will you open yung file na yon? Sa pag different ibang PC na yung diba? Okay, to open an existing workbook, you click the file tab on the ribbon to display backstage view, and then click open in the navigation bar. Then the open dialog box appears. Ayan, so ganun po yung pag-open ng isang existing workbook. Or you can just simply punta ka dun sa sa file folder, or kung nakasave sa flash drive. Okay, i-click mo yung flash drive, hanapin yung file mo doon, then double click, and mag-o-open na siya. Okay, mag-o-open na po siya sa Excel. Okay, next one. Okay, next, opening an existing workbook. Okay, so continuation. Ayan. So, parang ano lang, picture lang siya. Ayan. Saving a workbook. How to save a workbook. Paano ka mag-save sa Excel? The save command saves an existing workbook using its current name and save location. Okay. So, ito yan, no? Kung mapapansin nyo, kapag pinindot nyo si file, you have two options na kung paano mo gusto mag-save. Okay? You have the save command and save as command. So, what is the difference between save and save as? Okay, so sabi dito, the save command saves an existing workbook. Ibig sabihin yung na existing na yung workbook. Inopen mo lang siya. Okay, so meron na siyang name, file name, and yung save as yung location niya, save location niya. Okay, so when you press or you click the save button or save command, okay, it will save the existing workbook using its current name and save location. Okay, so kapag hinanap mo yung sinave natin, okay, andun pa rin yung dating pangalan niya, yung current name, and makikita mo pa rin siya doon sa location kung saan mo siya unang sinave. Okay, so walang pinagbago, ang nabago lang siguro yung data, pero yung name and the save location walang magbabago. While save as command naman, it let you save a workbook with a new name or to a new location. Okay, so nag-open ka ng workbook, then you want to change the name, the file name, or the save location, so you use the save as command. Okay, huwag mo gagamitin si save command kasi magsasave lang siya using the current name and save location. Okay, so that is the difference between save and save as. Ito naman, moving the active cell in a worksheet. So how to move the active cell? Paano natin maililipat-lipat yung active cell, or paano tayo kunwari gusto natin doon sa A10 maglagay ng data. So paano ka pupunta doon sa A10? Yung sa cell A10 na yan, or cell Z20, parang ganun. Okay, so the easiest way to change the active cell in a worksheet is to move the pointer to the cell you want to make active and click. So the easiest way daw is you use your mouse pointer. Okay, so by moving your yung mouse, diba? Hindi gagalaw si mouse pointer kung hindi natin igagalaw yung mouse natin. Okay, then you look for the cell na gusto mong gawing active cell or gusto mong lagyan ng data. I-click mo lang yun, then yun na, active cell na siya. Okay, you can display different parts of the worksheet by using the mouse to drag the scroll box in the scroll bar to another position. Okay, so in case na yung gusto mong cell is hindi mo makita dun sa naka-display sa'yo, you can use the scroll bar. Diba? Alam niyo naman yung function ng scroll bar. Okay, pwede mong i-move sa left or right or up and down. Okay, you can also move the active cell to different parts of the worksheet using your keyboard or the go to command. Okay, so kung gusto mong you can use also the keyboard natin. You can use the arrow buttons or the arrow keys. Okay, or the bumalik sa dati, or the yung go to command. Okay, ito yan, keys for moving the active cell in a worksheet. Okay, left one column, you use left arrow key. Kung gusto mong pumunta sa left arrow key. Kung gusto mo pa na ng right, syempre yung right arrow key. Pag up arrow key. Down is down arrow key. Alam niyo naman siguro kung ano yung arrow keys natin, mga dyan, gamers, mga naglalaro ng okay, to the first cell of a row. Okay, so gusto mong pumunta dun sa pinaka unang cell ng row, you click the home key. So saan makikita yung home key? Nasa taas ng yung arrow keys natin. Okay, To cell A1 naman, okay, kung gusto mong pumunta doon sa cell na A1, which is the very first cell na nandoon sa chart natin, sa spreadsheet natin, you press Control plus Home key sa keyboard natin. To the last naman, the last cell of the column and row that contain data, you press Control and keys. Okay, ano naman to? Up one window. Okay, if tamad kayong mag-scroll, gamitin yung scroll bar natin, you can use the page up key and page down key. Okay. Next, okay, selecting a group of cells. How to select cells sa spreadsheet natin. A group of selected cells is called a range. Okay, so ang range daw is a group of selected cells. Okay, for example, you selected A1 to A10. So ang tawag na doon is range. The range is identified by its range reference. For example, A3 to C5, yun ang ibig sabihin nito. So yung from A3 hanggang C5, naka-select yan. So ang tawag doon is range. In an adjacent range naman, all cells touch each other and form a rectangle. Yan. Pag naman yung select natin cells is magkakatabi. Okay, and the form a rectangle or square, ganyan. Okay. To select an adjacent range, click the cell in the corner range, drag to the pointer to the cell in the opposite corner of the range, and release the mouse button. Yan, parang click, hold, and drag. Okay, ganun lang siya. Next one. Okay, selecting a group of cells. Okay, pag sinabi naman natin non-adjacent range, okay, ibig sabihin hindi makakatabi. Kanina, adjacent sila, adjacent range, makakatabi lang yung mga cells. While dito naman, non-adjacent, ibig sabihin hindi sila makakatabi. Okay, so paano mag-select ng galan? To select a non-adjacent range, select the first adjacent range or cell, press the Control key as you select the other cells or range you want to include, and then release the Control key and the mouse button. Okay, so ganun po yung steps. Okay, a group of selected cells, ito, bumalik siya. Oops, ito. How to enter data in a cell, or entering data in a cell. So, paano daw maglagay ng data? Ano ba yung data? Okay, yung data is yung pwede siyang maging text. Okay, for example, pangalan mo, your name, data yon. Okay, numbers, pwedeng numbers, for example, age, your age. Okay, or it can also be a formula. Okay, so yun yung data na tinatawag. Text is any combination of letters and numbers and symbols. So yun yung text. Okay, numbers naman are values, dates or times. Okay, ibig sabihin yan, number lang talaga. Okay, values, pag sinabing values, for example, pera, ganyan. Dates, yung dates or time. Formulas are equation that calculate a value. Okay, you can enter data in the active cell. So select, mag-click ka lang ng cell, then once magiging active cell na siya, then pwede ka nang mag-type ng data. Ay, ba't bumabalik dun sa Okay, next one, changing data in a cell. Okay, so sa Excel, you can edit, replace, or clear data. Okay, you can edit cell data in the formula bar or in the cell. Okay, so i-click, for example, gusto mong i-edit yung isang data sa isang cell, you click the cell para maging active cell siya. Then sa formula bar, pwede mo nang palitan yung data doon. Okay, for example, nakasulat yung pangalan na Pedro, pero wrong spelling, naging Fedro, yung P naging F. Diba? Pwede mong i-edit yun. Click mo lang yung cell kung nasaan yung pangalan na Pedro, then doon sa formula bar, yung nasa taas, pwede mo na siyang palitan yung F sa P para maging Pedro na siya. Yan. Okay, to replace cell data naman, select the cell, type new data, and press the enter button on the formula bar or the enter key on the tab key. Okay, so pag re-replace naman natin yung data, ibig sabihin papalitan. Okay, madi-delete yung dating data, then lalagyan mo siya ng bago. Okay. Yan. To clear naman is tatanggalin mo yung data. Okay. To clear the active cell, you can use the ribbon, the keyboard, or the mouse. Ano lang, click mo lang, then delete mo yung nandoon sa formula bar. Ganun lang yun. Makiklear na yung active cell. Okay. Next, searching for data. So, paano maghanap ng data sa worksheet natin or sa Excel? The find command locates data in a worksheet, which is particularly helpful when a worksheet contains a large amount of data. You can use the find command to locate words or parts of words. Okay, so paano siya, Control F ata yan sa keyboard shortcut natin. Control F, then mag-type ka lang. For example, meron kang database ng pangalan ng mga estudyante. Okay, nandoon yung kung ilan na yung mga grades nila, ganyan. Ang estudyante mo 100. Okay, so para mabilis mo siyang mahanap, you use the find command. So, Control F, kung di ako nakakamali, Control F, ipapress lang natin yung control sa keyboard natin, and then hold natin, wag bibitawan, then you press F. Okay, sabay po yan, yung control tapos F na nakapindot, then release, lalabas si find command, then itatype mo yung pangalan ng bata, for example 1. Ayan. So yung computer natin is maghahanap siya ng pangalan na 1 doon sa worksheet natin, then i-display niya kung nasaan siya. Okay, yung replace command naman is para lang siyang ito nga, extension of the find command. So find command din siya. Okay, pero pag nahanap niya yung data na yon, okay, pwede mo siyang palitan. Okay, for example, grade 1 students. Okay, mga 10 grade 1 students dun sa workbook natin or sa worksheet natin. Imbis na isa-isa ay nag-graduate na sila, diba? Grade 2 na sila. Imbis na isa-isahin mo papalitan yung grade 1. Okay, gagamitin mo na lang yung find command. Okay? Ilalagay mo doon, hanapin niya, find the word or yung phrase na grade 1. Yan. Then you replace with grade 2, then click OK. Okay, so ang gagawin niya, hanapin niya lahat ng word na grade 1, then papalitan niya ng grade 2. So mabilis mo siyang mabilis kang natapos, diba? Nakasave ka ng time. Okay, ito, find and replace options. Find what? The data to locate, replace with the data, to insert in place of the located data. So ito yung mga makikita nyo dun sa find command tool natin. Okay, zooming a worksheet. So paano mag-zoom? Okay, you can change the magnification of a worksheet using the zoom controls on the status bar. So nasa bandang yan, lower right side. Okay, yung zoom controls is meron siyang yung parang slider. Okay, na kapag yung slide is nilagay mo sa bandang left, liliit, magzo-zoom in, liliit, basta liliit yung parang zoom out. Then kapag sa papuntang right naman yung slider, click mo yung slider papuntang left, is magzo-zoom in naman siya or lalaki. Okay. For a closer view of worksheet, ito, the default magnification for a workbook is 100%. Okay, for a closer view of worksheet, click the zoom in button or drag the zoom slider to the right to increase the zoom percentage. Yan. Ito na yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Makikita nyo siya sa may bandang lower right corner ng natin. Dito mga corner na corner. Malapit lang siya doon. Or you can also i-click yung yung zoom percentage, then pwede ka na pumili ito, or mano-mano dito sa custom. Okay, kapag yung fit selection naman, ibig sabihin yung it zooms the worksheet, so the select range fills the worksheet window. Ayan. Okay. Previewing and printing a worksheet. Okay, you can print a worksheet by clicking the File tab on the ribbon. Okay, and then clicking Print in the navigation bar to display the Print tab. The Print tab enables you to choose print settings. Okay, there's a print settings. Pwede kang pumili kung anong printer ang gagamitin. If you have multiple printers, ganun po, pwede kang pumili doon. Okay, you can also pwede mong palitan yung kung ilang copies. Yan. The print tab also allows you to preview your pages before printing. Okay, so bago siya doon sa print tab, bago mo ipiprint yung worksheet natin, meron kang option na i-view muna, i-preview muna yung worksheet natin para makita natin kung ano yung magiging output niya kapag nasa nasa hard copy na siya. Okay. Ito, closing a workbook and exiting Excel. So how to close and exit. Okay, you can close a workbook by clicking the File tab on the ribbon and then clicking Close in the navigation bar. Okay, Excel remains open. So pag nag-close lang tayo ng workbook, ibig sabihin yung worksheet lang po natin yung kinlose natin. Okay, so kung gusto natin i-close din yung Excel, okay, so we need to click the File button and exit, or you can also use the yung close button, yung red button sa may upper right corner. Okay, to exit the workbook, click the exit command in the navigation bar. Yan. Next, so malapit na tayo. Yan, in summary, okay, in this lesson you learn, ito yung mga natutunan natin sa lesson na to. The primary purpose of spreadsheet is to solve problems involving numbers. Okay, the advantage of using a computer spreadsheet is that you can complete complex and repetitious calculations quickly and accurately. Okay, so yun yung purpose niya, yung spreadsheet natin or yung Excel. Okay, isosolve natin yung problem natin, which involves numbers or database natin. Okay, example niyan is inventory or sales ng isang store, ganyan. Okay, so the advantage of it is madali nating matatapos yung complex na yun, computation. Okay, and kung paulit-ulit yung computation na yan, kasi diba, kunwari every month gumagawa ng ganon yung sales report, diba? So ang gagawin mo na lang, mag-insert ka na lang ng data, diba? So it is quick and accurate. Okay, a worksheet consists of columns and rows that intersect to form cells. Yan. So yung column and rows natin, yung intersection nila is what we call the cell. Okay, each cell is identified by a cell reference or cell name, which combines the letter of the column and the number of the row. Okay, the first time you save workbook, the Save As dialog box opens. You can enter a descriptive name and select save location. Okay, after that, you can use the save command in Backstage View or the save button on the quick access toolbar. Yeah, so you can also access the use the command button sa natin, yung quick access toolbar. Okay, to save the latest version of the workbook, you can change the active cell in the worksheet by clicking the cell with the pointer or by pressing yung keys natin, yung arrow keys natin, left arrow, right arrow, ganyan. Okay, or yung home keys, ganun. Or by using the scroll bars. The Go to dialog box lets you quickly move the active cell anywhere in the worksheet. Okay? A group of selected cells is called a range. Ang range po is group of cells na nakaselect or active. Okay? The range is identified by the cells in the upper left and lower right corners of the range, separated by a colon. Okay, so doon sa yung magiging pangalan ng range na yun is makikita din natin doon sa name box. Okay, to select an adjacent range, okay, pag sinabi natin adjacent, makakatabi yung cells. Okay, drag the pointer across the rectangle of cells you want to include. Pag non-adjacent naman, select the first adjacent range or cell, hold down the control key, then select each additional cell or range, then release the control key. Okay, so that is how you select cells or range in Excel. What else? Ito, worksheet. Cells can contain different data, which is yung text, numbers, and formulas. After you enter data or a formula in a cell, you can change the cell contents by editing, replacing, or deleting. You can search for specific characters in a worksheet, okay, by using yung find command, diba? You can also replace data. You have search for with specific characters. So yung find and replace command naman, it lets you find a data sa worksheet natin, then replace that data sa any data na gusto mong ipalit doon. Okay? Okay, so last slide. The zoom controls on the status bar enable you to enlarge or reduce the magnification of the worksheet in the worksheet window. Okay, before you print a worksheet, you should check the page preview to see how the printed pages will look. Okay, why is it kailangan nating i-preview muna yung worksheet natin before we print it? It is because kung minsan hindi kumasya yung worksheet, ganyan, or masyadong maliit, diba? So doon pa lang, pag preview natin, ma-adjust na natin yung worksheet natin. Okay? When you finish your work session, you should save the final changes. Yan nga, mag-save tayo palagi. Then you close the workbook and exit the Microsoft Excel. Okay. So, yun yung mga natin, yung summary ng lesson natin. Okay. So, for the activity, okay, yung nasa libro ninyo. Okay. Ito, so, sa page, ito, ilagay ko na lang sa notepad. So, please answer sa book ninyo to, page 171. Ayan, yung node challenge. Okay, page 171 to page 172. Ayan. Ano pa ba? Ito. Then, ito. Node challenge. Ano pa? Page. Page 177 to page 178. Okay. So, ano din naman, makikita nyo yung mga sagot din dito sa natin, lesson natin. May binigay akong PDF file, sinend ko dun sa natin, GC. or you can also find the answer dito sa book natin from node 1 hanggang node 4. Okay. Ayan. So, yun yung magiging assignment ninyo, activity nyo for today. Then also, okay, paano ipapasa? Ano na lang, pag natapos ng sagutan doon sa libro, picturean na lang din i-send sa messenger ko para mabilisan lang tayong mabilis na ma-record. Okay. So, yung exam natin pala, regarding dun sa exam, sa pointers, okay, lagay ko na dito, pointers sa computer exam. Okay. Ang pointers nyo dito is anong page yun? Ito, page 108 to page ito, page 154. Okay, yan. So, yan yung Movie Maker. Okay. Pero, mag-concentrate kayo doon sa mga node challenge. Okay? Oo. Yung mga doon, yung mga sinasagutan doon. Mag-concentrate kayo doon kasi doon ko kukunin din yung sa exam. Okay, so yan po yung lesson natin for today and the activities po natin. Then yung pointers ng computer exam natin. Okay po. Okay, so yun lamang. Then see you next week. Okay, sa next lesson natin. So siguro by next lesson tayo, hands on naman. Okay, so see you next week.